Right now at 6, hear from the mother of a woman who went missing 2 years ago today. Plus the story of a child born with a cleft palate in Rock County who is thriving 8 years later. Hello everybody, happy 4th of July. Welcome to News 3 Now at 6. Hope you're having a great holiday. Let's start off tonight with the forecast. Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington is here and it is feeling tropical out there tonight, Alex.
Yeah, it feels just like what it should feel like right on the 4th of July. It's always typically hot and humid, but it does feel quite muggy out there. But you'd be thinking with all these muggy conditions, the storms that we had this morning, maybe we'd get some more storms. Radar 3000 high and dry right now on future track. While we can't rule out an isolated shower or storm, it would be few and far between, and I think almost everybody is going to be dry tonight. There's some folks that are now starting to pack the Mallard Stadium as we speak right now. We got the softball game coming up and then fireworks afterwards. Well, I got a good forecast for you here. The fireworks forecast calling for muggy conditions. Maybe you won't like that part so much, but clear to partly cloudy skies. Temperatures right up near 80 degrees. Now, once we get through this clear and muggy night, we do have more rain chances in the forecast in Maine weather. We're going to track the potential for some thunderstorms, and I'll have some tips for you to make sure that you stay dry and safe tomorrow afternoon.
All right, very good, Alex. We'll check back in just a little bit. Thank you. This 4th of July marks 2 years since a Juneau County woman went missing, and it's been 2 years of heartbreak for her family. Our Maddie Heimsch spoke with the woman's mother as she continues to plead for answers.
The last time Leah Stewart was seen was the 4th of July in 2023, and she was seen right here on 19th Avenue near the town of Mauston.
Not a day goes by when I don't think about her.
For Leah's mother, Vera Weiland, the past 2 years have been a long road as she misses her daughter and watches 3 of her grandchildren miss their mom.
She was happy-go-lucky. She'd help anybody.
Vera says she hasn't stopped trying to locate her daughter.
I'll walk down the streets and look for her.
And according to a press release sent out Thursday, the Juneau County Sheriff's Office and the Wisconsin Department of Criminal Investigations have conducted several search operations and followed multiple leads over the past 2 years, all to no avail.
They get lots of leads. Some work, some don't.
Vera says she often imagines being reunited with her daughter.
It would be great to have her. I think about that every night. I'll sit outside and I picture her.
But says even if they don't meet again, she just wants to know what happened.
We need to put closure on it. And if there's anybody out there that knows anything, please let us know.
Leah's mother has a GoFundMe set up to help with the search efforts. Reporting in Juneau County, I'm Maddie Heimsch, News 3 Now.
Thank you, Maddie. And we have a link to that GoFundMe on our website, channel3000.com, as well as contact information where you can submit anything you might know about Leah's whereabouts, no matter how minor. A lightning strike caused a gas-like smell in Rock County, but there is no threat to the public. Earlier today, lightning struck Alliant Energy's Tiffany Gate natural gas station between Janesville and Beloit, and it caused the odorant that makes natural gas detectable to be released. Alliant Energy crews were able to immediately shut off the odorizer, and they are trying to get rid of the smell. Well, cleft lip and palate impacts 1 in about 700 kids in the United States. That's according to the Academy of Pediatrics. But as Armand Rahman found out, it hasn't stopped one 8-year-old girl in Janesville from thriving.
Sun rises later every...
It may not be with a joke.
That's a riddle, Mom.
But 8-year-old Victoria Harvey is guaranteed to make you smile.
What has no eyes but can cry, and what can fly but has no wings? A cloud.
With her smile that's remained joyous since the day she was born.
It brings me so much joy. She was the happiest baby.
Victoria was diagnosed in the womb with a unilateral cleft lip and palate.
What was kind of different for me is I had to use special baby bottles to, drink milk and stuff.
Just a few days after she was born, a team of doctors in Madison began prepping her for treatment with a special mold.
Which is basically a retainer that would help actually close the gum line of her cleft as she grew. It was really amazing.
Then at 6 months old, she had her lip corrected.
After that, pretty much all the visible parts of the cleft lip and cleft palate were gone.
Since she was born, Victoria has now had 4 total surgeries, 2 of which were for her hearing, here at the Cleft and Craniofacial Clinic at American Family Children's Hospital in Madison.
Victoria has been seeing the same doctors since she was 4 days old. They will follow her throughout her journey.
When I have like maybe some types of liquid, it goes up my nose, and that kind of bothers me sometimes, so I'm glad to get that fixed up and my surgery coming up. I feel a little bit nervous.
There is a stigma that because their face looks a little different, they also face cognitive differences, but that's typically not the case.
She's just a thriving, awesome 8-year-old kiddo.
Thriving, like she says everyone with differences can.
Your family is gonna love you no matter what, and if people be rude to you, don't listen to them.
Just like other 8-year-olds, Victoria is most happy when she's moving.
I love to dance. I do tap, jazz, and ballet.
And whatever makes her smile is guaranteed to make you smile too.
It just makes me happy.
Reporting in Janesville, Armand Rama, News 3 Now.
Right now, the Madison Nightmares are taking on Wausau at Warner Park. And after the game, you can catch a fireworks show at the park. Anyone with tickets is allowed to watch on the field. If you don't have a ticket, you'll have to watch the fireworks from the park. This isn't the only fireworks show, though, in our viewing area tonight. We have a full list of events on channel3000.com. It's under top stories on our homepage. And whether you're planning to go to one of those fireworks shows or you're grilling out today, there are plenty of ways to celebrate this 4th of July. Our Ellie La Liberté went to the Monona Community Festival today to see how the kids there are spending the day.
If you're looking to celebrate the 4th of July, the Monona Community Festival has it all. From rides to fireworks, and don't forget the food.
I've never tried a funnel cake. Probably some hot dogs.
But what's the best part of the holiday? Well, I asked the toughest critics.
My favorite part of 4th of July is seeing the fireworks because it represents the freedom of America. Fireworks fans because they're cool, I guess.
The rides.
Maybe like fireworks and the rides because they're super fun.
The fireworks because it just looks cool to see them.
An obvious staple of the holiday.
So it's just exciting.
But Sharika is taking her celebrations a step further.
Do a lot of DIYs. So for the 1st of July, I decided to make the shirt.
And what she's most excited for,
Have the best 4th of July ever.
reporting in Monona, Ellie La Liberté, News 3 Now.
Happy 4th of July.
To all of you as well. That was a great t-shirt, by the way, too. President Trump is celebrating the 4th of July with a major success for his second term. We'll tell you what's in the big, beautiful bill and how it could affect you when we come back.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6. Moving forward.
Multiple people are dead and 20 children from a summer camp are missing in central Texas as catastrophic flooding continues to affect the area. The Texas National Guard, the U.S. Coast Guard, and FEMA are assisting with flooding that was caused by torrential rain. 4 to 8 inches of rain has fallen since last night, and more heavy rain is possible into the evening. President Trump's big, beautiful bill is now law. He signed it this evening, a day after the House sent it to his desk. CBS News' Erica Brown reports from the White House.
With the stroke of his pen, President Trump signed his massive tax cut and spending package, dubbed the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, into law.
It's the most popular bill ever signed in the history of our country. You have the biggest tax cut, the biggest spending cut, the largest border security investment in American history. We want to have strong borders.
The legislation increases spending for border security and defense and extends Trump's 2017 tax cuts.
This is a triumph of democracy on the birthday of democracy, and I have to say that The people are happy.
It also makes steep cuts to safety net programs, including SNAP, the Food Assistance Program, and Medicaid. The bill will also add more than $3 trillion to the deficit over the next decade, according to the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office. The bill signing was part of the 4th of July festivities at the White House, which also included a flyover by a B-2 Spirit bomber, the same aircraft used in the American strikes on Iranian nuclear facilities in June. The pilots who flew the mission attended Friday's celebration. While President Trump is celebrating a key domestic win, ending the war in Ukraine remains a challenge. The president spoke with Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky by phone Friday morning, a day after his call with Russian President Vladimir Putin. In a social media post Friday, Zelensky said the two leaders discussed air defenses and agreed to work together to protect Ukraine's skies. Overnight, Russia hit Ukraine with a barrage of drone and missile strikes just hours after Trump's call with Putin. The president said after the call that he was very disappointed with the conversation and he didn't think Putin was looking to stop the fighting. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
A 4th of July holiday celebration in Santa Rosa, California showed off military aircraft and a few World War II veterans who are still thriving. Ted Moneymaker, Hank Lacabone, and Don Orton are between 100 and 102 years old. They attended a fundraising event at the Pacific Coast Air Museum featuring more than 35 military aircraft. The three veterans only met this week, but they have a lot in common after serving their country so many decades ago.
I can see they've been through a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't fun, was it? Well, we're all lucky to be here.
The museum holds more events like this one the first Thursday of every month until October. Well, the majority of flyers across the country this holiday travel period are passing through Atlanta's airport. Why some say they chose to travel today on Independence Day. And Alex has the holiday weekend forecast. Great fireworks forecast for tonight. He'll have the details when we come back.
Watching News 3 now at 6. Moving forward.
Well, during this 4th of July travel time, AAA is projecting a record-breaking number of travelers. And while many want to avoid spending the holiday on a flight, some specifically choose today to travel. Sarah Hammond explains why from Atlanta.
Karis, anything you want to say?
For these travelers, the 4th of July weekend means plans with family in New Jersey.
And we're going to go to the beach. We have a beach house rented.
A fireworks celebration in Colorado.
They do a crazy fireworks show, and then they got some cool races going on, too.
And even a high school leadership conference in Orlando.
And we're also going to Disney World for a couple days as well.
But something these travelers all have in common, they wanted to beat the crowds and high ticket prices this holiday weekend and fly out on July 4th.
Well, the ticket prices were cheaper, as you know.
We were going to leave last night, the night of the 3rd, but tickets were cheaper for the 4th.
The 4th of July travel period started last Saturday and continues through Sunday the 6th. AAA expects a record-breaking 5.84 million people to fly domestically and 61.6 million Americans to hit the road. Leaders here at the airport in Atlanta say they expect 4 million people to pass through during the holiday season, with 377,000 expected just on Sunday. So while the airport might be a little quiet Friday morning, it's not expected to last, so plan ahead.
We told all of our students to be here at 8:30 because we didn't know
if anyone was going to
I was like, you know what? Let's just give it plenty of time because you never know.
Hopefully you had no travel problems today. Clear skies. It's hot and humid, but we couldn't ask for better weather for the 4th of July, Alex.
Yes, it all worked out with those morning storms. I bet there were some folks waking up to that loud thunder and that heavy rain for areas that saw that rain and wondering, what's going to happen today? But I've got your fireworks forecast for tonight. I think you're going to like it. Look at this. Clear skies Temperatures in the 80s. Muggy evening for sure. And you're going to want to use that bug spray. So you're going to need that as well with all the rain. Plenty of mosquitoes out there. Radar 3000, no storms out there right now. But as we take a look at that rain estimate that we had this morning, last night we were saying at 10 o'clock that rain is going to eye up the I-90 corridor. And well, that's exactly what it did. Heavy rainfall between approximately 3/4 of an inch to an inch in some cases, locally more than that. Future track not showing anything really tonight. Can't rule out a pop-up shower storm with a brief heavy downpour, but it's not going to last very long. Obviously, our Madison Mallards here, the softball game's about ready to get going here momentarily, and the stadium is filling on up. Looks like things are actually going right now, and it's going to be a nice night, as I mentioned, for the fireworks display. Now we need to turn our attention to Saturday, where we do have a good chance of thunderstorms. Some of those storms could bring heavy rain. We can't rule out some isolated strong wind gusts. Let's track that together. 2 o'clock, Black River Falls down to La Crosse, down to Viroqua. That's where that line's going to be entering at about 2 o'clock, coming through at about 4 o'clock in Madison, and then a couple scattered storms continuing into the evening. These storms are going to zap that energy that we have out ahead of it with hot and humid temperatures. Join us tonight at 10. I'm going to show you how high those heat index values are going to be out ahead of those thunderstorms. Now, I know folks are outdoors. I know the saying sounds a little silly when thunder roars, go indoors, but it means business because lightning is certainly a destructive hazard from thunderstorms. So you want to wait at least 30 minutes until after that last rumble of thunder before you head back outside. Muggy tonight, low 70s as we go into Saturday. Upper 80s, Madison southeast, around 80 to the northwest, with that cold front starting to come through faster. And there we go here, those temperatures staying in the 80s all the way out through next week. Very much July-like, highs in the 80s, lows in the 60s. And then thanks, Larry. This is from Janesville earlier this morning. If you're looking at that sky from the window scene there, that is a shelf cloud. Looks ominous. Luckily, we didn't have severe weather, but areas down by Janesville got some rain that they badly needed.
It was well timed, too, and then cleared out in time for tonight.
Perfectly, and
good
tonight
stuff.
Looks good.
Now, is hot dog eating officially considered a sport?
That's the question. I mean, that is the question for all ages.
I guess today it is.
The one day of the year, I would say it is. And still to come in sports, a 4th of July tradition unlike any other. Joey Chestnut makes his return to the Nathan's hot dog eating contest next on News 3 Now. Jack Janicki took the road less traveled. The Minnesota native turned down multiple Division I scholarship offers to walk on and play for Wisconsin men's basketball. And it paid off. He forced his way into the rotation last season and returns as one of the building blocks among Greg Gard's guys. He says he's spending his offseason growing closer with the new guys.
Luckily for me, that's been really easy to do because the guys are high character and focused on the right things. So I think as we continue to get closer off the court, I trust our coaches and what they've done so that the product on the court is very good, and we'll continue to work hard. But yeah, it should be really fun, and I'm excited to just continue to get better with these guys.
Last year, there was some beef in the world of competitive hot dog eating. Joey Chestnut, considered the best eater of all time, was forced to sit out of the July 4th phenomenon, Nathan's International Hot Dog Eating Contest. But this year, he is back. And at this point, the only history that he relishes in making is his own. In this mustard win event, no one was catching up to the champ. Joey Chestnut wins it, consuming 70 hot dogs in 10 minutes. That's 26 more than the runner-up, as the hot dog GOAT gets back on top, claiming his 17th title in the event.
It was electric. Dogs were great. My last 2 times competing here, I did 62 and 63, so it was nice to get back in the 70s. Next year, I feel like there's definitely, I can improve.
And on Independence Day, this thrill seeker claimed his own independence. For Ray Scher, life is all about adventures. The 90-year-old went skydiving today, saying that he did so without warning his wife. Scher says when she finds out, that will surely be its own adventure, but one that is always worth it.
Life is not measured by the number of breaths you take, but by the moments you take your breath away.
Wow, are those wise words. 90 years old. God bless him. There's your inspiration for tonight.
No kidding.
Coming up tonight at 10, we'll hear more from the mother of the woman who went missing 2 years ago today in Juneau County. And a final check on our weather. No problems tonight for the fireworks.
I don't think so. No problems. Just muggy conditions and the mosquitoes. So get ready for those. Fireworks forecast temperatures in the 80s, dipping down only into the 70s tonight. So it's definitely going to be a muggy one. Then definitely tune in tonight at 10. I'll have the latest projection with Future Track on a line of storms expected Saturday afternoon and evening. Can't rule out a strong storm. Cooler by the time we get to Sunday as we round out the holiday weekend at 83. And then next week looks very much like it should in July. 80s by day, 60s by night, and a couple of showers and thunderstorms. Best chances Wednesday. We'll have to keep an eye on that one with concerts on the square.
Oh, that's right.
And then again Friday.
All right, looks good. Well, enjoy the rest of your 4th of July evening, everybody. Have a great one. We'll be back tonight at 10, and we hope you will too. You can always catch us streaming 24/7 on Channel 3000+. Have a good night. We'll see you at 10.